Greetings and salutations. Godspeed and blessed be. How art thou? Blessed and highly favored, and if you're not, you're about to be, you see. I am on a 2-for-1 today, ain't I? Because, baby, let I tell you, it's been like a couple of months, I believe, before these last couple of videos that I did. It was a good, I'll say 2 to 3 month span between, and before that it was even longer. So I'm kind of getting back into the flow of just doing the messages as they come instead of holding them for a later time and then kind of missing out on what the main theme or the point may be. And that works better for me, I have found. I saw this post today. It's like a YouTube post from someone that I'm subscribed to. They make like psychology videos. And the question asked was, what is one hard truth that you've come to terms with lately? My reply was that you'll never be loved properly until you refuse to be needed. But going through one of the comments, one of the top ones, another subscriber or another individual commented that sometimes others are just better. And what they meant by that was, there will be these times where you'll be like in these verses, you against someone else, and not because you're seeking to be competitive, it's just the way that it might be set up. And that person might be stronger, so then you'll justify their brute strength with saying, well, they may be stronger, but I'm smarter, or X, Y, and Z. Or maybe you're smarter than them, so you'll justify it. They can, or apologies, or on the opposite end, they can say, well, I'm stronger than them. I mean, they may be smarter than me, but I'm stronger than them, right? But sometimes I don't think that we just really resolve within ourselves that someone can just simply be better than you at something, or just overall. It doesn't have to be this diminishing effect. It doesn't mean that you are inadequate in any fashion, shape, or form. It just means that maybe they've done the work more, maybe they just have more favor than you, and within the divine's eye, and that's okay. I think I really needed to hear that. I don't find myself often doing a compare and contrast and seeking to be above and beyond, or identifying the qualities that I have stacked up against someone else's qualities. But I have in the past, and seeing that today just really helped me recognize, like, and that's fine. It doesn't incite jealousy within me. It doesn't incite envy within me. It doesn't make me feel like I have to go and do more or produce more. Godspeed to that person for being better. Godspeed to that idea for being better. Godspeed to that concept or that way of living for being better. There's nothing wrong with that. I like that message. That one really touched something somewhere, and it's not often that I get inspired by someone else's musings of the mind, but when I do, I'm like, that's one for the books. Like, we live in a day and age, a digital world, where everybody's on social media for one reason or another. Some people create content. Everybody wants to be a content creator nowadays. Some people are on the internet because they trade stocks, or they are building a stock portfolio. They're into options. Some people are on the internet because they do remote work, whatever. We live in a digital world. And it's so easy for you to get into this nihilistic a nihilistic way of thinking about you and other people because of it, and it simply doesn't do you any justice, or that person any justice, that idea, that concept, that group, that conglomerate, whatever. Sometimes things are just better. That's the message. Like, that's a beautiful message to receive. Doesn't make you lesser than, sweets. It just means that it was designed that way. I read a poem, I'll say, in high school. It was titled "We're All Someone's Freak." Now, who the poet was, don't quote me because I don't recall, but I do remember the poem specifically because in it was just detailing how we subjugate, right? We subjugate. Apologies, because you're gonna hear that above me. Ooh, excuse me. I'm gonna let that pass through. We subjugate our characteristics based off of societal expectations, and then we then determine our worth, others' worth, or just worth overall from the subjugation. So if we're placed in something where there is a meeting of the minds or a battle of the wits, if you must say, someone will say, well, I may be this, but I'm not that, right? For instance, I'll even take sexual orientation for an example. There are bisexual individuals who really believe that they are a step above than someone who identifies as homosexual because they operate out of a two-minded spirit. So they believe that I may be bisexual, but I'm not homosexual. And it's just like, but do you not? Are you not? Because is it not? I got questions. Are you not a byproduct of homosexuality? Like, that's not the whole idea of bisexual? I got questions. It just be questions that I need to get defined for myself because I just really don't be understanding. But we do that. That is a common thing that humanic individuals do. Why we do it, that needs to be studied within itself, but we do, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with that, and I'm just like, you know what? That was a mental nugget that I can carry and extend from now on, to alleviate that competitive spirit that might come up every once in a while, because I'm so grateful that I don't live to compete, or I don't live to be above and beyond. Like, I just actually exist to be. But sometimes I have my blind spots where I do find myself in a competition, or I do find myself going up against or being, put into that bind of competition. And all I have to do is refer back to that quote. I'm grateful to whoever that subscriber was or whoever that person was that mentioned so, because they gave me something that I can carry on forward with, and that truly helps. That's the message. Sometimes somebody's just better. Something is just better. Doesn't make you lesser, it just means that they're better. This is the Sun Being Queen, the Conjuress, the Prophetess, the motherfucking Litany. Godspeed.